with Traveling Tacos. John and I are outside of Salmon, Idaho today, going to Goldbug Hot Springs. We had never heard of this until we were in Stanley yesterday, and this hot spring was recommended to us by 5 different people at least. So we are still on our honeymoon road trip. We're taking a little detour to come see if this is worth it. Should be about a 2-mile hike up to it, and I've heard the views are just absolutely unreal looking down onto the valley below. It was pouring rain on the drive up. We hope we timed it correctly to kind of beat some of the rain. We were hoping we might be the only people here because of the rain, but the parking lot was pretty full, so we'll see what it's like when we get up there.
Let's go get in the hot water now. Alright, that's not really
good. This place is pretty cool. There's like probably about a dozen different pools. When we were coming up, a lady told us to go all the way to the top, that was the best one. But when we went all the way to the top, it was a freezing cold plunge. So now we're at the second to top pool, and it's really pretty. It's nice and private. But what's kind of crazy about these hot springs versus other hot springs. You have a freezing cold river and then a hot spring. So this water is cold and that water is hot. And then they mix together in this pool. And it's kind of nice. Ow.
But
Okay, it's extremely hard to walk into pools. I recommend leaving water shoes on big time because our feet are, I keep falling. My feet are getting cut up by these little rocks and I keep falling. But what's really cool about these pools is because the cold water and the warm water hot water is mixing. The pools, some of them that we've tried so far, are like a nice warm temperature. And it's nice because it's pretty hot out. We would have thought that the rain that came through earlier would have cooled down, but this is like a desert climate, it feels like. And it is hot, it is midday, it's what, like 3:30 in the afternoon, John, right? It's like, I think it's like 3:30. It's hot, the sun is blazing. So it's actually really nice that the pools aren't super, super hot. So what I think I'm gonna do is each one we go to, give a little bit of the description of where it is and what the temperature is. So this one, as far as we can tell, this is the top pool. And it's cold and hot. Hot in spots, cold in others. At the bridge, extremely, extremely hot, extremely, extremely cold. We're gonna go down to this one, see where they meet in the middle, if it's nice and comfortable. I feel like Goldilocks, too hot, too cold. We're looking for one that's just right. Kind of cold, kind of warm. We finally found the perfect one. The really big pool. Oh, it is the perfect temperature.
all right.
Well, that was an extremely rewarding hike. Goldbug Hot Spring is very pretty, super cool. The hike up The hike is a little steep, little rocky, especially the higher up you go. Woo! It is also very exposed for the first about mile. I would recommend doing this hike maybe sunrise or sometime in the fall. 2:30 in the afternoon in August was probably not the best time to be there. Luckily, it got very cloudy. We are currently chasing some clouds and trying not to get rained on, so we're going pretty fast downhill. But the water, some of the pools are extremely hot. So being there, mid-sun, no clouds in August, it's a little hot. So we actually got lucky it got cloudy because it got more relaxing. It did get a little crowded, but not like, I should say, a couple groups of people showed up. Didn't get as crowded as everyone had warned us it might get. I could see in the fall when it's a little bit cooler, or even on Saturdays in the summer, it being packed. There was people with kids. I don't know how they made it up like the last little bit, because it's quite a scramble, little rock climb, but overall extremely rewarding. Worth all the hype we were given for it. Definitely worth the stop if you're anywhere near Salmon, Idaho.